there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product is always customer satisfaction. Visit us online at reliefwindows.com.
The importance of doing this fortified program and offering it to people down here is, number one, the only real chance you're going to get to do this is when you put on a new roof or build new. And through companies like HUDCO, who's kind of leading the way in this thing, it's going to offer the customers a huge advantage in the insurance market and the price of their insurance.
You know, we're not looking to make a fortune off fortifying. We're trying to give you a better product than our competitor at the moment. I'm trying to do something that he can. I'm trying to give you something better. So a lot of these insurance shops, you're getting a re-roof, you're only paying your deductible. Let's sit down and talk about the fortified and let's see what it does to your insurance premium. You're getting a steal.
Yeah.
You're getting a brand new roof and a fortified certificate for your deductible, essentially. I think we're rocking and rolling.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile.
The Thursday edition of Off the Bench will recap LSU and Kentucky in the PMAC, and we'll talk New Orleans Pelicans as they get back into action following the All-Star break. We'll also be joined by LSU Executive Chef Michael Johnson for our weekly Munchie segment. Off the Bench, 7 to 10 a.m., 104.5 ESPN.
This is the Hunt Palmer Show on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
SEC basketball power rankings coming up in 15 minutes. Where do I have LSU? Nice win on Saturday, and we'll see if they can stay in things tonight. I'll let you know coming up in the next segment. But we're going to talk Saints here, as Dennis Allen was on the NFL Network last night and had a few things to say about a multitude of topics. He talked about Cam Jordan, which we'll get to later, talked about the Saints' aging roster a little bit later. But I want to start with offense, and we'll start with his comments on scheme fit and the rest of the offensive coaching staff that he's brought in, which is pretty well new in New Orleans.
I feel like this is the best scheme that gives your players the best chance to have success that's going in the National Football League right now. And I think Clint is highly intelligent. He's extremely hard worker. I think we've put together an outstanding staff with a little bit of mixture of some older veteran coaches that have been there, done that, with some younger, progressive mindset type of guys. And I think it's going to be a great mixture for our organization.
I agree with Dennis Allen on all of that. I agree with him on all of that. Y'all know I've been not exactly a huge proponent of Dennis Allen over the last 4 months. But I agree with him on that notion. They have gone out and gone after the most successful scheme in the NFL. Say what you will about Kyle Shanahan's handling of the Super Bowl up 28-3 in Atlanta, or handling of the Super Bowl this past year and what he did or didn't do in overtime and all that kind of stuff. And all that's fine. But if you look at his offenses from September through Christmas, they're good. No matter where he is. They run the ball, they throw the ball, they get playmakers in space. Yeah, the 49ers have more toys than most teams in the NFL, but they're also very well coached. I've told this story a bunch of times. It's actually the last Saints game I went to, was that game in December of 2019 when the Saints and 49ers were essentially playing for the 1 seed in the Superdome. And I was really more concerned with what seed LSU was going to get in the college football playoff, which I found out right before kickoff. But I was in the Dome that day as an interested observer, and what he was dialing up that day was noticeably more creative than most of the stuff that I see in the NFL. Now, the execution level in the NFL is off the charts, but the creativity level is, generally speaking, not always there because NFL players are pretty smart and they're very difficult to get out of position. San Francisco does it. So I agree with everything that Dennis Allen said there. They're going after the most successful system in the NFL. They've got some very young coaches, Clint Kubiak being one of them, but they haven't sold themselves all to 31-year-olds. They've also got some guys who have been around the league a long time who will have the respect of the players in the locker room and can instill some principles that have worked for a very, very long time in the NFL. I agree that the staff that the Saints have put together makes a ton of sense. Does that mean it's going to work? No, but it makes a lot of sense what they've done. The question is, though, you got one guy who's going to get the ball snapped to him to make all this work, and it's Derek Carr, and there are some people that believe that Derek Carr can be a functional quarterback in the NFL, and there are some people that are ready to sail him right on down the Mississippi River. Doesn't matter where you are, it just matters what Dennis Allen thinks, and he was asked how Derek Carr will adjust